Hello, everyone. Jack finds the mute bride. Is it related to the mother-in-law? Jack lay quietly outside the window and eavesdropped. Jack actually heard it. The truth behind Tieu Hoa's disappearance. It turned out that the mother-in-law's guess was not wrong. Mother-in-law really knows where Tieu Hoa is. She just doesn't want to tell anyone. Unknown. Jack is the adult outside the window, still talking to myself. After thinking about it for a long time, mother-in-law decided to go to Tieu Hoa to review. Confirm whether Tieu Hoa still has the ability to restore memory or not. Think about this. Pick up the phone and dial. The road to Tieu Hoa is very long. Mother-in-law had to call a car to take her there. Mother's monologues and appeals. Jack heard clearly outside the house, but Jack wasn't ready to show up right away. To ask Mom about this, Jack knew Jack's mother would find any excuse she could, so Jack decided to go directly with his mother. Go find out. About 10 minutes later, the motorbike driver called by the mother-in-law has arrived. Mother-in-law locked the door and put on her coat. Sitting on the back of a motorbike, Jack came to the window corner. Jack hid in a corner, witnessed the motorbike driver taking Jack's mother away. Afraid of losing track of Mother, Jack immediately ran towards him. The motorbike was parked not far away. Jack to start the motorcycle. Follow closely behind Mother. Years of police experience, so Jack wouldn't dare follow too closely. At the same time, Tieu Hoa's mother is taking care of her child at home, waiting for Jack to bring news of Tieu Hoa back. If she hadn't found her mother-in-law a bit strange, Jack may still not have found out where Tieu Hoa is. Talking about Tieu Hoa. At this time, Tieu Hoa was cleaning the man's shop. Let's be together these days. Tieu Hoa considered this place as her home. Whether it is a man's house or his shop, Tieu Hoa will always clean up after him. After cleaning, Tieu Hoa will hold a bench, sitting at the TV booth with a man. After a while, mother-in-law is here. The mother-in-law told the driver to go take care of his own business first. If necessary, she will call the driver. After seeing the motorbike stop, Jack also knew that he was not far from Tieu Hoa. To not reveal yourself, Jack decided to park his motorbike here. As expected, mother-in-law could not take a few steps. Then the mother-in-law went to the mobile phone store where Tieu Hoa lived. The first time the mother-in-law secretly stood under the sign. Mother-in-law looked inside the store several times, after confirming that Tieu Hoa was inside. Then the mother-in-law slowly walked into the store. See mother-in-law coming. The shop owner thought I came here to buy a cell phone. Mother-in-law used tricks to go to the store. It's just that the mother-in-law's eyes kept looking at Tieu Hoa. This strange behavior made the shop owner realize the unusual truth. The owner asked her mother-in-law if she knew this woman. The owner said that Tieu Hoa has now lost her memory. If mother-in-law can help Tieu Hoa find her family, the owner will be very grateful to his mother-in-law. Mother-in-law heard that Tieu Hoa couldn't even remember her own name. Mother-in-law is very happy. To be on the safe side, mother-in-law decided to try Tieu Hoa. The mother-in-law walked up to Tieu Hoa and asked her if she was married. Tieu Hoa, do you remember where home is? Tieu Hoa shook her head and said she couldn't remember. Looking at Tieu Hoa, I myself did not recognize her. Mother-in-law turned back, smiling secretly. Little did they know that Jack was not far away. Secretly observed their every move. Jack was finally found and disappeared. Wife for half a month. It's just that Tieu Hoa has lost her memory and can't remember Jack anymore. In the eyes of Tieu Hoa, Jack is just a stranger. Tieu Hoa pushed Jack away. Go hide behind another man. Little Flower's performance. Jack was surprised. Jack hurriedly walked up to the man and expressed his concern. Understand the relationship between me and Tieu Hoa as husband and wife. After knowing that Jack is Tieu Hoa's husband, the man now feels relieved. Jack asked the man what happened to Tieu Hoa. Why doesn't Tieu Hoa even recognize herself? The man said to Jack. How did he meet Tieu Hoa? How does Little Flower signal? After understanding the general situation, Jack turned back and asked his mother, how did you know that Tieu Hoa was here? Without telling Jack, when swearing becomes natural. Unwilling to admit his evil deeds, Mom apologized by saying she hadn't noticed it for a while. Mother's psychology. How could Jack not think of that? Jack just didn't want to continue arguing with his mother here. Jack just wanted to wait for Tieu Hoa to come home as soon as possible. The man who let Jack get into trouble out of caution. Evidence that Tieu Hoa is Jack's wife. Later, Jack took out the photo of himself and Tieu Hoa on his cell phone. Turn each one over for the man to see. The man couldn't help himself after watching it. The owner asked his mother-in-law why she was so cruel. The daughter-in-law is right in front of me. Why didn't the mother-in-law recognize her twice after coming here? Not only mother-in-law, even the owner's mother also joins the blame team for mothers-in-law. Now everything is clear. Jack decided not to stay here any longer. The shop owner's mother understood Tieu Hoa's disappointment. Maybe she won't be able to accept Tieu Hoa for a while. So she took the initiative to help Jack comfort Tieu Hoa. Jack holds Tieu Hoa's hand. Tell Tieu Hoa not to be afraid. Jack will take Tieu Hoa home now. Although Tieu Hoa was a little uneasy, but she still believes Jack, this familiar stranger. At this time, mother-in-law was by her side. She kept blaming herself. She did not blame herself for not treating Tieu Hoa. Jack blamed himself again for not coming today. If Jack doesn't come, this time Jack definitely won't find Tieu Hoa here. It's hard to say, under the constant comfort of Jack and everyone else. Finally, Tieu Hoa agreed to go home with Jack. Before leaving, Jack expressed his gratitude as mother and son shook hands. The owner's mother hopes that Jack don't blame them for breaking Tieu Hoa's arm. Jack is not unreasonable either. As long as Jack can find Tieu Hoa, Jack doesn't care about these things. After Jack and the others left, mother-in-law is also attracted to mother and daughter. Kicked out of the store, facing such a cruel mother-in-law, they will surely despise. After leaving the cell phone store, mother-in-law also wanted Jack to bring Tieu Hoa home with him. Jack is angry. Jack doesn't want to talk to his mother at all. How did Jack ask his mother to come and go back? Unexpectedly, the mother not only did not reflect on her mistakes, she also blamed Jack for forgetting his mother when Jack got married. Luckily, Jack finally found Tieu Hoa. What worries Jack is, Tieu Hoa lost her memory. When will she be able to think for herself again? Does Tieu Hoa remember who Jack is? Let's wait for the next video.